get an extra circlet instead of a stick, right?
They're definitely looking to contest heavily though, because Ogre has a stout shield. They're bringing a couple like heavy regen. I'm just curious as how like, I guess they like have to put the Visage mid, right? Just because his items have PS2 little regen to really go to an aggro tri-lane, but you'd expect more of an aggro tri-lane Visage just because of the nature of how it works.
Yeah, I think there is a serious 1v1 component to Visage, right? With Grave Chill. Like he can really beat out any 1v1 thanks to that ability, but we usually think of Visage thanks to that heavy nuke and soul assumption, which is so valuable in the beginning of the game, especially.
I mean, when have we seen a Visage core? It's like, I think VP is probably like one of the only teams that ran it when they were with Lil, with like a Drow Ranger, he just was like, I'm going mid, guys, whatever, he buys the null. He buys the null for sure. But maybe he's expecting just to have like some pressure on him as well, get some, like, maybe the tree will be there, so he's gonna get extra magic stick charges from that too, but oh my goodness. This is the first game that we get.
Ну и, видимо, вот решили по тем самым старым чертежам свои герои разобрать. Интересно, как они линии выставят в таком случае.
I think they responded pretty well. Like, I don't know if they've seen anything like this in scrims. I'm presuming that MVP Phoenix have never revealed this to Newbee before, and they're pulling out the big guns against one of the best teams in their group. And they're hoping to be able to get this early surprise in this game one. But I think they responded pretty well. I think Templar Assassin is probably, when you have a Drow Ranger or a Visage, Templar Assassin is probably one of the better heroes, at least in the mid matchup, to be able to do okay in his lane, right? He can kind of sit back and sidelight harassment. He's going to have refraction, so he won't have to worry about soul assumption nukes as much.
The one thing is that Newbee is super on top of the line. They pretty much have no magic damage on their entire team. It's like, okay, Juggernaut and Rubik, I guess you can kind of say. Jug with his Omni, obviously he's not, it's been cool. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big change up. Kaka getting pressure a lot right now, that's an enemy. Might just go down with the Ignite and right clicks. And he's on nice speed.
That's a little bit extra shield. It's actually going to be Newbee who's going to be going down first, as U9 manages to clean him up with the skin, and Bella still takes a decent amount of damage there as Faith, as he gives him a good old right click. U9 is going to be forced back here, and probably has to use his healing salve in a second, as he will be able to get just one step ahead of all that right-click damage. Really thought they were going to be able to get Kaka to begin with, but a nice telekinesis throw into Velo stops a lot of that physical damage, and Kaka was able to get himself away. And part of that is the lead seed, the power of that ability in the lane phase. In fact, going on to Velo here, they're going to try and trade Kaka. Kaka's going to try and back away, but it's not fast enough. Still, he goes down into for a kill, and Drow Ranger, very valuable for Newbee.
This is an approach that a lot of teams were doing for Drow Rangers, just running an aggro tri-lane versus them. But also I think it's just to get the Slardar like levels in just a pretty decent matchup. I mean, Furion, of course, versus Slardar. Slardar is going to struggle quite a lot, especially on top of Drow Aura, but at least he's able to get something rather than just being completely zoned by the Ogre and the Disruptor if he wasn't short offlane.
Continue to try and be really aggressive here. They're going to be able to get the leaf seed onto Dubit. They're going to be able to run him down with the spin quite easily. Still expecting perhaps a Furion to be able to come in. Fred is finally here, but he doesn't manage to get the Sprout to block anybody up. U9 will be able to slip away past the trees, and the rest of Newbee low, but still happy. They've gotten another kill that forces rotation out of the Furion. All in all, this aggro tri-lane is a huge success.
That's such a huge movement right there. Kind of give KP so much space to catch up. Just not to really worry, because he already burned through like half of his regen versus that Furion, so forcing him bottom was great. They put emphasis on putting 2 sentry wards. Our Newbee did try to block the ult just to make sure that they don't have that, so they want to stay down here for a bit. They want to keep this pressure down in this aggro tri-lane. They don't really want to be rotating just yet.
Mid lane, SC does seem to be doing pretty well for himself as the Templar Assassin matched up against the Visage. His extra bit of damage is allowing him to have a slight CS lead. Bottom lane, Kaka, thanks to the Invis rune he picked up, is going to try and find some sort of pickup here onto Velo. They still have this mango onto U9, so they can actually make a dive if they want to. But Kaka tries to play forward and actually catch anybody at the Phoenix. He managed to stay ahead of that. There's actually something else I want to talk about. Gravekeeper's Cloak. That's got to be pretty valuable against Templar Assassin, right? Later on to the game, you expect the TA, she wants to be able to jump in, get this huge burst of physical damage and minus armor, but Gravekeeper's Cloak is so good against like those first couple of nukes that hit that hero. You're actually so tanky against it.
As long as you're not under the spin, obviously it burns it pretty much instantly, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting approach. It's something that we haven't seen. Like, we don't see Visage much anymore, but I think he'll start to have a little bit more struggle in the mid lane just because obviously the refraction damage starts to add up. Even though he has Drow Aura, the Drow's getting pressured so heavily, he has to emphasize on getting his other 2 abilities rather than just maxing that Drow Aura right off the start.
Nature's Prophet at top lane. We talked about how Forev had to TP down. We're probably expecting he's going to have to TP down to bottom lane again sometime soon if there's more action. But for now, he's still doing okay in CS compared to the Slardar, despite having to leave lane at 15-7 compared to the 17-5. But
here comes the TP bottom. They tried to go on Febby, but he gets away just out of the kinetic field, blocks the Juggernaut. Juggernaut getting body blocked by the tree, chasing him down. They might just be able to get it with it. These blocks are so nice, but no, it's not enough with the tree armor.
Almost though. Almost. A little bit of leech seed action, heals back face very slightly, and MVP Phoenix
и
another rotation that succeeds.
Like Newbee's putting so much pressure, like even when you can see them standing in the laning phase, in between the tower just because of tree Juggernaut, how much actual right-click damage they dish out, they have to be so careful with their positioning. Like if the Ogre steps up, he's almost at potential of dying even though he has down shield and he's an Ogre.
Уже есть апок, левел 5, будет краш еще один.
Putting pressure on Forev, he's gonna get him here.
He's done for. Trapped inside the trees against KP. KP picks up. I mean, he was already getting basically free farm in this lane. And this is something that Newbee have always valued, giving KP farm. It seems like he is such a good playmaker, and they always put him on heroes like this Slardar who need to be able to pick up a core item before they have big impact. Newbee have always like rotated multiple heroes into the offlane. Here, they're giving him exactly what he wants in a 1v1 stage lane, and he gets the kill. This is going to be KP probably coming online a lot faster than Newbee usually try and put him in that place. This is, I feel like, in so many ways, this laning phase is going very well for Newbee.
Yeah, absolutely. Mid lane.
First step for SC, he now has to face up against the birds, quickly burning through the refraction, but he has living armor as well, and that will be the little bit of extra help he needed. SC gets away from yet another rotation from Forev. This is the third rotation that has failed to result in a kill.
I mean, he pulls the lane back, he suicides the neutral, he's back top, he's just gonna keep his farm to him. This guy is their space maker, so him having such a good start is gonna be massive for them. Faith getting down on bottom.
Don't silence Faith. Faith is gonna be in some serious trouble. The nuke comes in, not quite enough to finish off. In fact, he's still getting a lot of heals going down. Now the spin on QO, they might just be able to kill this mid hero. The spin is doing so much damage, it looks like a couple more right clicks and they can finish off. It's a big kill, but imagine he's gonna be hiding around QO, staying one step ahead of him, 3 down on Newbee in the bottom lane, and nobody died from MVP Phoenix. Most importantly, QO, the mid laner, stays alive through all of that.
Gravekeeper's Club, like the 3-second recovery time, actually played a huge factor there. It burned through it instantly, then it just 2 more stacks came up, so the right clicks from Juggernaut pretty much did 0 damage to him. Oh, bye Faith. Yeah. Sent back to base.
That's okay though. Juggernaut will quickly take his place. That bit of aggression though, we talked about, okay, these rotations just not working out, but finally a rotation does work, and it works big for MVP Phoenix, right? Being able to get those 3 kills, that brought them back into this game.
Huge committing though. You can feel that MVP's feeling pressure, you know, they brought 5 heroes to their safe lane. You know that's a telltale sign that they're like, okay guys, the laning phase is definitely not going too much into our favor, where, you know, Forev is porting all over the place and he's not getting anything out of it, so now we need to force something, bring 5 heroes, works for them. But yeah, Newbee was very keen, like I mentioned, you know, they emphasized on blocking the pull over and over, so they were just gonna stay in that bottom lane. And they're still gonna do it, but now their supports are gonna start moving around a bit, but it's definitely a bit scary still that KP's having such a free farm. He's got Tranquil Boots, 4-man shield, stick, Calling Blade, 900 gold, level 7 already on the Slardar.
They absolutely needed this Slardar, because they've got like two very mid-game heavy cores in both the Juggernaut as well as the Templar Assassin, but there is that sort of 15-minute window, right? That around 15 minutes where you need some space being created for these heroes, and Slardar will absolutely be able to do that. If he can get away from this game, potentially, they do still have Vims are going to be able to pull back into the kinetic field, get some more right-click damage, can try and go for the TP out, but he's there with the stun thanks to being level 4. No amount of living armor in this world will be able to prevent KP from going down. Very important kill by MVP Phoenix. Their movement around the map is beginning to claw back some of that advantage that Newbee took in the first 4 or 5 minutes.
super aggressive game starting out though. Both teams just trying to put the pressure. Newbee as well though, at least they did stack at least once for the ancients, so they are trying to make sure that TI does get a good comeback, you know, just get a good boost to the farm there. As we do usually see for that hero.
That'll be something that Newbee, maybe part of the reason, right? Another reason why the Train Protector is going to be able to come in big. You can see Newbee right now pushing down this bottom lane tower. Their mid tower is currently under assault. Newbee are going to be forced to cancel a TP from the Rubik. Let's see if they can still hold this mid tower though. Faith pops out, pushes back the 2 cores for the rest of these rotations coming in. They will be able to keep any further damage off this tier 1, and it'll be healed back to full slowly but surely by Faith. So great example there, the Train Protector's impact in this game. Newbee able to make a 1-for-0 trade when it comes to towers.
I like that he sees like just his decision making there, you know, he sees the top towers getting pressured so heavy, he doesn't stay in the mid lane to try to defend it, he's like, I'm moving bottom, we're making the trade. There's no point in like just staying in my lane, there's no point in farming the ancients right now, I can do that later on. You need to just do the equal pressure, you need to like mirror your enemy's movements.
Yeah, much better for you to be able to control your bottom half of the map, right? Because they're so Roshan dependent, ancient stacking dependent, right? They need to control the bottom half of the map much more than the top half.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a typical Dire move, you know, right? Just like being able to get into that Radiant jungle, get a couple wards down, and secure yourself your Ancient, secure yourself that Rosh as you're mentioning.
MVP Phoenix, in some ways, this, you normally think about living armor being quite strong against a little bit of harassment damage against towers, but QO is going to be gone on the other slash bounce onto him, but he still takes up a lot of this. The Great Keeper's close, still though with the minus armor, he might be able to run down, turns on Bello instead, gets a good rush off, run himself away from the birds. 9 comes forward, Silence back with a big nuke comes out from SC. That right-click damage did so much. He tries to chase down Bevy as well, but slowed down now as the Visage gets a good nuke off, but in the end, they won't be able to find a connect onto Newbee. They walk away, losing nobody and gaining a kill on the Draw Ranger. Perhaps a couple of these familiars as well. The last one will be able to stay one step ahead of the Juggernaut.
QO Midas. He's trying to stay ahead. You know, Visage isn't really a hero that flash bombs in any way. He needs new levels, and he's, you know, he's playing core Visage, which is something we don't see. So the Midas pickup is great just because they're running this like triple, kind of triple core, I guess you could say. Triple range core, I mean, as much as Visage is a core, you could say.
Yeah. He's got to get, I mean, we still need to see the Agony Scepter, even if he's a core Visage, right? He needs that pickup, absolutely. So he'll help him get to level 16 as well to be able to get that Agony Scepter, and they'll reach this very big peak for MVP Phoenix, and that's really where they will hit their strongest. But getting to that point, that's going to be a little bit tough. You're going to see Faith come in, nice no pros on the 4. They're going to try and come in with KP, but unfortunately he's been silent still. They managed to get Bevy on the front line. KP still looking for that crush. Goes to the back line, hits the Disruptor while Velo's chased out by Ignite. Will be able to get him with that. It's just cleaning up your this amplified damage is letting SC throw out 200 damage nukes with every right click.
Haste turn as well. That's just like the perfect situation for them. Faith with the beautiful 4-man overgrowth. Just gives them the perfect potential.
You see how they're cutting down trees around these familiars? God, I wish people would do this in my clubs. They easily killed the birds, make sure they get that extra little bit of bounty, make this Visage core so much worse, and Newbee 9-4 now at 11 minutes.
I mean, that's kind of like the one thing is, like, usually with a Drought Ranger lineup, you want to have a front liner. The thing that MVP is really lacking right now is a tank. Someone to stand in front of these ogre. Okay, it's an ogre, but you're a full-blown support. You have nobody else really except for, I guess, like, they're kind of using the Visage in that manner, but having your Visage there as a core, you know, you're missing out on a lot of your damage potential. Newbee's able to just kind of steamroll through them in that fight because of that. And yeah, I mean, the refraction is well building up, the living armor building up. It's really hard for them to really dish out damage.
This is a very big kill as C. He's going to be taking so much damage from the static starting as a refraction coming up in 1 more second. Living armor is also allowing him to live a little bit longer, but it looks like there's just no hope. None of his allies are around. Oh god, he leaves himself away. Oh no. MVP Phoenix, that was a huge kill to pick up. Now Kaka, well, that's nothing great. Thunderstrike, not the ideal ability to seal there. Either way, Newbee still keeping most of their towers intact except for that sacrificial top lane tower. It's going to be given up, and most of their heroes staying alive through these engagements as well.
That mid defense by Newbee is just, it's actually so massive, because MVP committed all 5 heroes to it. They almost brought down the tower, and now check it out, full HP tower. is the fear of always playing versus a train, especially when you're not used to it. You have to get it in that one go, or you're gonna, unless you group up and go for it again, it's gonna get full healed. And now KP's closing in on that blink dagger, 600 or 700 gold away from it.
Looks at an interesting way of putting it. He said pretty much, if a draw ranger lineup ever stops from pushing, it's dead in the water. So if you can ever stop those pushes, right, and that's the first time. Newbee stopped it really early with that mid-lane engagement. Do you think MVP Phoenix were jumping the gun in any way when it comes to that 5-man push mid? Do you think that they were not accounting for Newbee's clear strength in fights? Or do you think they were just like, we have to push, so I think that's exactly what it was. I think they're like, we need to get like these tier 1s because we can't give them such easy access to Roshan. We need to be able to get there, outnumber them in a way. And that was definitely their move to do it. Now, Newbee, smoke up, don't the rush pit. It's gonna die pretty damn quickly here. And MVP seems to be doing some other type of wrap around. They really want to be able to take out this mid tower. They really want to get the pressure on into their enemy jungle. Yeah, they're hoping to maybe find someone within that entire jungle, find the pickoff on somebody farming up. Green Camp not gonna find anything inside the jungle, they'll just have to get off instead.
That's pretty much what that was. He's like, I knew they were there. That's pretty much how I feel Taco felt right there. He's just like, I'm eating the gank. You guys are getting a rush here. Scan was out for MVP. They seem to be kind of aware that this rush is going on, but it is too late to contest.
And by damage, actually pulling the creeps off the tower here, AP.
They're not going to get this tower either.
No, they really are not. They would have had to move so quickly against a Slardar TA.
Those are new familiars. If Newbee's able to get those, they're kind of on the low ground. That's a bit of a scary place to go for, but that was a little bit scary. That was definitely a bit scary for QO there. But so much pressure coming out for Newbee. Like this laning phase that they decided to do, the aggro tri-lane, Bello emphasized on getting 3 points in Frost Arrows and only 2 in Precision Aura, so their damage potential definitely started getting reduced. QO is also a bit underleveled, even though he has Midas, coming close on that level 11 now, but he was level 9 in those last 2 engagements. And now the big thing comes out, the blink for the Slardar. He's on his way toward his level 11 too.
I mean, the fact that Newbee were able to handle team fights so well before this blink dagger says a lot about their lineup, right? That now they have this really hard form of initiation, team fights are going to get so much easier.
And you can see how much they emphasize on defending this tier 1. 2 wards pretty much placed like super close to each other, just keeping eyes on it. Like they know how important this mid lane tower is. Both teams do. Both teams are emphasizing so heavily, but there's 4 wards right inside of the span of like 2,000 range diameter.
So you can say, if we want to look outside the laning phase, probably the most, the fight that really determined this game was that mid lane push by MVP Phoenix. Because if they manage to take that tower, right, then that opens up Roshan a lot more. It means that Newbee don't feel as comfortable being able to do it. They may not be able to sneak in that sort of occasion, but now they are seemingly having this ironclad defense. They stop the early powerful push there, and now they're ready pretty much at all times. Think this blink dagger, KP, going to try and show himself just a little bit, warding off MVP Phoenix from going for Kaka, as that Rubik is not just a simple pickoff. That'll lead into a whole lot more. He's got the armor, pretty decently.
He's still Bloodlust too. Yeah, that's probably the biggest deal he could get. I mean, Familiars would be cool, but I actually think Bloodlust might even be better for him, just because he doesn't need to be doing the damage. His team already has the damage.
Yeah, Templar Assassin is certainly a hero that benefits a lot of attack speed. QO is a goner, amped by damage, and they just quickly 3-shot him with SC after they eat through some of that Gravekeeper's cloak. He's going to have a rather early BKB, meaning he won't even have to worry about the Disruptor and his influence on the game. BKB will allow him to pretty much do whatever. Actually, one of goes back here into the status form. He will be a goner, but maybe Newbee can actually save him. Nice heal coming out against Kid. Also a little bit of heal from the healing ward as well as that living armor. The Omni Slash just rips through so many of the heroes of MVP Phoenix. Jump forward, they're going to be able to find another one. That's going to be Fetty. Tanky Ogre, not so tanky when he's missing so much armor.
Oh my, this is actually starting to look so troublesome for MVP. They committed so much to try to kill that Slardar, and then just living armor with healing ward is too much. Faith?
Yeah, Faith, Treant Protector doesn't actually have that much natural armor.
Урона сильно носитель не имеет изолятора в инвентаре. Он только прилетел. Вы видели, как это было больно? Тот амплифайт, даже без амплифайт дэмэджа, если наваливается, дает удар смело, это невероятно больно. Герой правда буквально с 2 ударов, а теперь имеет изолятор, который будет еще быстрее. Феникс сейчас нужно срочно что-то придумывать, как играть против этого темплара Ассасина, потому что Эстир начинает брать верх. Понемногу, помаленьку заставляет сжиматься Феникс, просто не позволяет выходить из своей базы. Желание подраться и Феникс просто не образовывается.
Even with the extra hero being brought in, they never actually got the connection with the kill.
He is top on network, which is great by Bebby.
Yeah, Bebby's definitely a goner. A lot of teams bounce back to Bello. Face again in a beautiful position. Hits the overgrowth. He's going to be able to lock down these right clickers. They can't do anything. And now MVP Phoenix, they might be able to pick up 1 kill out of this. He will manage to get at least the Treant Protector. QO in the back line. Managed to take out 2 of the supports. Newbee, though, will just keep on marching forward with all their cores. 2-shot into the Disruptor. Again, combination of assassin and yeah, QO should never have come back. Rampage for SC. 9-18 Newbee.
Вот пытались
Very
сейчас в этом
dominant
моменте, было
looking in
видно,
this
из
game
Феникс
number
делали
1.
абсолютно все для того, чтобы сдерживать натиск темплара Ассасин, использовал там диск хорошо игры в чил, были фамильяры, которые сверху падали, давая такой стан, но все равно если умудрялся в промежутках подавать свой урон, свои подачи с руки, скажем так, и Феникс не смогли это убежать. Те очередной хайлайт на 0-1, но вот не зря на этого парня сейчас может чуть ли не весь кидать, чуть ли не весь Dota мир. Его хайлайты по всему ютубу уже разрослись, и везде можно понаблюдать тем, как SC исполняет. Что на темплар Ассасин, что на кем-нибудь паке, что на Шторме, на Эмбере, в общем. Там, ну, игрок великолепный, игрок 9к рейтинга, соло РММ. Ну, вы сами все видите, как он хорош, насколько он прекрасен.
MVP Phoenix are like they're always seen by Newbee, whether it's aggressive wards or Fate's positioning or even just the general pushing of all the lanes in.
Yeah, their map control actually now at this point for MVP is like this ancient area. That's like their whole entire map control. Because traveling into the Radiant jungle, you know, everybody kind of knows this kind of thing. Like going in there by yourself is a death trap. Once you lose your bottom tower, once you lose your mid tower, you can't travel there. You need to do like that, what people like to call like the EG smoke. Take like 4 people into your jungle to try to clear it out. But they have to just stick together completely. But at this, it just like completely benefits Newbee at this point now. Just
давайте, да, действительно вижу, что здесь не было у Newbee, может быть какая-то вылазка, и может быть удастся подловить темплара Ассасина без КБ,
spread out across the map efficiently. Individual neutral camps. They've got Juggernaut all by himself up the top lane. MVP Phoenix is going to go for that smoke now, but Faith is going to be able to in part ruin that smoke. KT also bounced back some mid down. One doesn't quite catch Faith. They are going to be able to get him now, but it's all just a setup. KT tries to come through. Thunderstrike stops him from being able to get the blade game, but hello, MP here. He doesn't need a nuke at all. He goes straight for a support, takes him out. QO is going to be next up, easily eating through that armor. And Faith desperately trying to survive through all this, and he will. The bait is loose, and MVP Phoenix don't even claim anything. Newbee, they're done with this game. They have won it. I don't see how MVP Phoenix, maybe they just try and sit in the game and hope for a way back in, but it is very clearly Newbee with a tight control over this game.
They're calling it. I think that's the right move. Honestly, they've only got that one tier 1 pressured. I think it was really dictated by that middle battle. Like, even though it seemed like they could kind of come back, you could feel how pressure they were. They did that
первый матч
position to break it. He doesn't even die in the end.
Случились таким образом, произошли такие события, что оба мидера, я имею в виду в параллельной встрече, играли